Hi, everyone, and welcome to our lunchtime employability live streaming. Today, we're going to have our topic, which is on giving students and grads a chance. Now, what do I mean by that? Basically, we all know that, trying to get into a company to do some work experience, trying to get the attention of hiring managers to say, hey, I'm available for work. Can I sort of, come in and see what I can do? It's becoming a little bit rare, sometimes difficult. I mean, there are people who are really helping out there, but I think there's more that could be done. So I wanted us to talk around, sort of what are the benefits of actually giving grads and students an opportunity, even with the very little experience that they have? I know a lot of people and organizations out there will probably feel like, taking the risk with less experienced people or not having enough time to dedicate to, train them and look after them. It all costs money and, it all becomes really difficult. But in this sort of climate that we're in, where students are coming out of universities with a lot of excitement about what they've learned, and they're ready to put their knowledge to practice. I think it's really important to actually make sure that we look at the risks, but I think the benefits actually outweigh the risks. So for me, for example, I'll give you an example with what we do with Grad Apprentice. We're actually creating our own opportunities to be able to give students a chance to actually practice. We have an event coming up, which students will get an opportunity to film an actual setting. Someone is coming to talk. They've got a new product launch as well. So students will be given this ground to actually, use their experience, guided by industry experts. And I think that's a really great way of, giving grads and students a shot. They may not have the experience. However, it is important that, they're given a chance so that we can unlock their potential. So I'm going to open the floor now and move it on to Sam. You can give us a bit more about your side and what you've experienced.
Sure, yeah. So I guess we get a lot of creative interns into our studio at PMW, and we focus on branding and packaging design. But we do everything from kind of logos through to packaging, point of sale, printed ads, all kind of stuff now. So yeah, we kind of have a range of skills, I guess, that people kind of bring to the company and that we're asked to do by brands now. And I think for any creative orientated business, or even just any ordinary business, really, I mean, at the end of the day, marketing is massive and relevant to every business, but especially for creative agencies, I think you need to reflect the market that you're actually designing for. You have to have a mix of different ages, different sexes, different diversity within your company, to keep your ideas fresh and relevant for what you're ultimately trying to produce for your clients. So I think that is probably the biggest benefit to any business, by bringing in fresh talent from universities and from colleges as well. Yes, they are going to need a little bit of nurturing time from you in order to get to grips, like any new member of staff would, with your own sort of way that you work and your filing systems and all that kind of stuff. But in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't take that long compared to what you eventually can get out of them. And I would say that most of the people who work at PMW have been hired from work placements. It's very, very rare that we actually use recruiters and hire someone kind of cold. We only really do that if we really need to. And to be honest, I think our bad experiences have always been from people who have come through that kind of method of cold recruitment, because you just can't get a sense of how people are going to fit into your company from a couple of interviews. Like that kind of try before you buy aspect of getting interns in is so good. And it gives them something, because they obviously then see, okay, this is the real world, this is the pace I need to have, and I need to work in these kind of groups. But it also upskills your existing team as well. You know, they grow personally. I know I did massively when I first started kind of mentoring the students that were coming in, because you're looking after someone. You're not only making sure that you're getting your own work done, you're also then tasked with making sure that you communicate properly with this new person coming in cold. And that really does boost your own kind of skills and management skills. So, you know, I think there's just sort of lots of different layers. And yes, it takes time. Yes, they can be a little bit slow to start. But once you get over that kind of 2-week sort of period, it's just kind of plain sailing from there most of the time, to be honest. And one of the things we've really found helpful, actually, as an agency, is that we actually created a welcome pack for students. So on the first day when they come in, on their desk where they're sitting, we made this welcome pack, which basically had a drawing of our company floor by floor, where people sat, what their names are, where you can go and get lunch, local shops. You know, this is the pub we go to on a Friday, and it just kind of breaks the ice a little bit, and it's really helpful. And it's something that you can give them to start looking over while everybody else kind of gets into the office, you know, gets through their first sort of set of emails they need to get through, and then they can come and kind of, you know, give you your tasks for the day or whatever. So it gives everybody that bit of breathing space, and I think it just takes the edge off a little bit.
Oh, that's such a good way to start work, actually, you know, with a welcome pack and everything, and just an intro to how businesses work. And that's what's lacking with a lot of experiences from the graduates, right? They don't know what to expect in companies. And a lot of companies, to be fair, do not know how. So this is actually a good tip for businesses to kind of set something up like this for grads. Like you said, a lot of the grads we train that come to Grad Apprentice have the same experience. For the first few weeks, obviously, they're still trying to get their minds around the whole design process and everything. But as soon as they complete one project, the next one is clear sailing. They kind of lead it themselves. You know, you can see their confidence has grown, and they want to lead. You know, they want to complete projects themselves. And during that time, with their personal development plan, they actually are starting to recognize where their weaknesses are, and most importantly, where their strengths are. So they start really pushing on those qualities that they have. So yeah, it's anyway. Wendy can speak more on that with management, actually, because her background is really deep rooted in that. So for mine, I just feel like anybody given an opportunity can actually shine, and that's what they need. So yeah, you never know who you're going to be involving in your business, and it could probably be a blessing to bring somebody new, really hungry, motivated. So
yeah,
and
and just to summarize, I mean, I totally recognized where Sam is coming from in terms of having that culture that really warms up to new talent. I think when you have students and graduates who are still eager, you can actually shape them and mold them to exactly how you want them to be from the word go, and they can fit into your culture more than someone else who's come in from probably another organization where they're used to certain ways of working. So that really, is a key thing for any organization or anyone who's thinking of taking on work experience. And what Layla said was so true. We see graduates coming out of Grad Apprentice, being able to do amazing things, and they didn't even know they could do it. That's because we gave them a chance, a chance to actually take charge and to lead, to use their own initiatives. We are taking a risk as well, sort of giving them the chance to build something, because at the end of the day, it's a project, and if they complete it, that's an achievement on its own. So giving grads and students, especially while they're still in university, is so key to building their confidence. And I think that will do a world of good, even for the companies that will employ them and for the students themselves and the graduates. I think that will just make, London a better place to live, with people who are motivated and ready to take on any challenges. But I just want to say thank you, everyone, for listening and tuning in. And will join us again for another live stream, same time next week. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.